In Egypt, the word for bread is aish. The same word also means life. Bread is usually made of just 4 ingredients: flour, water, a little salt, and yeast. And you mix all of these together, and what you end up with is this kind of sticky, kind of clumpy mess. And you let it sit, and it loosens up. It kind of spreads out a little bit. And then you reach in and you fold it. And then when it starts to resist, when it tightens up, you leave it again. And each time you fold it, you're actually stretching the dough until it's just about to tear. And this stage in the process is about more than just literally stirring things up. It's actually building something. It's creating strength. It's building the structures in the dough that actually help it to hold on to and stand up to all the stuff that's still to come. The next step, it's all about time. Because you leave the dough alone. And it's at this point that the dough actually starts to take on depth. It starts to get flavor. But if you watched it, it wouldn't look like anything's happening. And that's because all the changes that are occurring are on the inside. All those ingredients, they're working together to create gases. And those gases are actually causing it to grow. It's literally being filled from the inside. Then you take it out, you break it up, you shape it, you give it one more rise, and then you add the final ingredient. The hotter, the better. When I take a loaf of bread out of the oven and it's perfect, it kind of feels like magic. But it's not. Not really. It's a process. And I've learned along the way how to use every step in that process to make a good loaf of bread. And I believe in a God who knows how to use every moment we experience to shape our lives. See, I know what it feels like when everything gets stirred up. And suddenly it feels like I'm being stretched to the breaking point all over again. God can use the stirring up and the stretching to build something in us, to give us the strength to stand up to whatever comes our way. I know what it's like to feel alone, set aside somewhere and forgotten, abandoned. God can use those times to grow us. He can use it to fill us from the inside. And then those periods of intensity, when the heat of life feels like we can't stand it. We can stand it. Because everything up to that point has prepared us. In those moments, God finishes something in us. They say that you really know how to bake bread when you don't need to read the directions anymore. You can just feel it. When it comes to our lives and what's being made out of them, I think we're in the hands of one who knows exactly what he's doing.